Good morning, everybody. There are a lot of great things about Christmas, aren't there? And one of them is the food. So what follows is an unscientific list of some of the top Christmas foods. And Merry Christmas from Dorothy and me. So number 10 on the list is the casserole. It comes from an old French word for pan. The casserole can either be the cooking vessel that you put in the oven, or it can be the food itself. And baked dishes go way, way back. The modern casserole, probably the late 1800s. And of course, in the 1950s, everybody made the hot dish, which is the same thing, more or less. Number 9 is the cranberry. Cranberry sauce, cranberry jam. We tend to be a little sweeter than the Europeans, and our first mention of cranberry sauce is in a 1796 cookbook, The Art of Cookery, by Amelia Simmons. Number 8 are sweet potatoes. These are distant relatives of the common potato. They taste a little bit like pumpkin. They're not yams. And they're very versatile. So here's a picture of sweet potato casserole with marshmallows, and everybody has their own favorite sweet potato dish. Number 7 is ham. The ancient Chinese had cured ham. The Romans have references to ham. We think the American pork industry got its start when Hernando de Soto brought 13 pigs to the New World. Hormel had canned ham for sale in 1926 and Spam in 1937. Number 6 are pies. Pumpkin pie, sweet potato pie, cherry pie, apple pie. We all have our favorites. The ancient Egyptians, the ancient Romans make references to pie. Initially, the crust was simply the container for what was inside the pie. You didn't really eat the crust, but later, as people got better and better at making crusts, the crusts are just as yummy sometimes. And of course, we have the phrase, it's as American as apple pie. Number 5 is the turkey. And maybe you've seen wild turkeys. We have them around here, but you don't eat wild turkey meat. It's too gamey. And there are a lot of ways to prepare turkey. You can bake it or roast it. You can grill it. If you're in the South, you might deep fry it. So lots of different ways of eating turkey. Number 4 is gravy. Probably comes from an Old English word for the juices that come from roasting meat. And as time went on, that juice got thickened. It wasn't thick at first, but later as people added things like butter and flour, it became thicker. And now the modern gravy, of course, everybody loves it. And it was in our cookbooks in our country in the 1800s. Number 3 is stuffing. Stuffing, again, goes way, way back. Roman cookbooks refer to stuffing. They would stuff all kinds of things, and they would even stuff animals with other animals, like boar would be stuffed with little birds. Stovetop stuffing came out in 1972. Thank you, General Foods. Number 2 are cookies. Now, there's some debate where the word cookie comes from. The most popular one, I think, is from the Dutch word koekje, meaning little cake. We think the Persians had cookies because they had access to sugar. There's record of Queen Elizabeth having gingerbread men at the court. And once the cookie cutter came, cookies sometimes were used as Christmas decorations. And of course, we all have our favorite Christmas cookie shape and Christmas cookie flavor. And number 1, believe it or not, is mashed potatoes, or mashed taters, or just mash if you're a Brit. But you cook those potatoes up, you add milk, butter, salt, pepper, garlic, maybe cheese, bacon, sour cream, onions, maybe an egg yolk. The Art of Cookery, 1747, mentioned mashed potatoes. So however you celebrate Christmas, whatever food you have, enjoy the time with family and friends as you sit at the table with yummy foods.